let's talk now about the service booking. We'll go ahead and create a service calendar. The first step in creating a service calendar is to have a list of your services. I'm going to close this out so you can see a hair sample. So we created a service calendar called hair color and hair cut. So if we wanted to create another service that's related to that calendar, maybe we might do hair extensions. Now remember, these are also going to be examples. You need to be thinking of what services you are offering. I'll give you another example besides haircut color extensions. Another example might be for automotive. Let's say you've got an automotive detailing business. You would want to set your calendar to what do they want in the detailing? What services are you offering? What are they coming in to have done? So it could be just a car wash. It could be a car wash and another package. It could be the fully loaded car wash and detail package. You get the idea. So be sure you have written out and have ready to go all the services that you're going to be offering in your calendar. And then who is going to be providing this service? With a salon, you might have 5 different staff members that do haircut, but only 2 people that do haircuts and colors. You might have 10 people that do haircuts, and you might have 2 people do colors and 2 people do extensions. So you want to make sure that you set the calendar based on the availability, and also if you're pre-booking payments, that you select the accept payments option. Inside the service calendar, let's go ahead and add an image. I'm just going to pick some fun hair images, and you'll see right here the size of the image that you want to have. It would be 180 by 180. This is where I like to go into Canva, because you don't really have to think too hard about creating an image. I would create a custom design, 180 by 180. And we have 3 services. We have haircut. I'm just going to go to elements here, haircut. I'll select an image that's a haircut. Let's go ahead and add one that's hair color. We'll go ahead and add one that says hair extensions. Let's bring this one up. And now we've got our 3 services. So I'll go ahead and download these real quick so we can upload these into our calendar. So I'll click to upload the image. In this particular one, this is my hair extensions. We'll go ahead and select save. Now let's go to our hair color. And again, we'll add the hair color picture. This is the picture for the hair color service. And the other one was the haircut service. I'll select the 3 dots, hit edit. Let's go ahead and add our haircut picture. And now we have our services again. So just to recap on getting this set up, you want to make sure that you create your calendar, add your services and the details of each calendar and the team members of who's going to be on each calendar. Now what we've done is we have set up our service calendars for hair extension, hair color, and hair cut. So you could search your calendars by name. So I'll just type in H8. That brings us the 3 service calendars that we have just created. We've set up our service calendar. We've set up the teams. We've set up, if you're doing payments at the time of booking, you could set that up as well. And now you have a service. But what we don't want to do is copy each of these links and try to put it on our website. So what we want to do is group this service. And when I group it is we're going to create a group so people can selectively pick what they want. So when we go to the calendar link, we can select our options based on the group. What you'll want to do is the create group. We've passed over this several times, but we're going to go ahead and create a group. So we'll call this hair services. This is the group name. So you can select a group name for the services you offer. If you're doing physical therapy, if you're doing coaching and consulting for those specific groups, if you're booking a calendar with your real estate calendar and one is finding a first-time home buyer, a seller, things like that. If you're doing that automotive, you might do automotive and group all of your services under a group. So, with services, you really want to create a group because that's what makes the services possible. We now have a choice. You can have classic or neo. I want to use the neo template because this is what gives it that great calendar view. We'll put in hair services demo and let's go ahead and create the group. Now, when I'm inside my calendars and I click on group, look what you're going to find, the hair services group. Again, you can create groups on different things: strategy, consulting, automotive products, any type of group you want that you want to group calendars in is how this will work. Now that we've created our hair service group, we need to put something in there. I'm going to go ahead and copy this code so I can show you what it looks like right now. So this is our hair service. We have our group, but we don't have anything in it. And we have a group URL that we can easily go in and embed, where we could take the embed code, the permalink, copy the scheduling link. We could delete it. We can deactivate it. We can do whatever we want. But right now we need to put some calendars in it. So we're going to go to calendars and let's go to the first hair extension calendar that we just created. I'm going to select edit. And then when you come down here, for the service detail, you'll see the hair extension calendar. And right here is where we would select the group hair services. We'll go ahead and select save. So you can pre-create your group based on what products or services you're going to do and just create group names and add them later. Or you can do what I did, which I recommend putting out all of your services, creating each service calendar, and having that all ready to go. And then you can lump in, and then you can see we've got the hair extension and they are in a group. Let's go ahead and add this to the color. We'll go to service details. We're going to select the hair service group. Again, the group is whatever you want to call it based on your products or services that you're offering related to the setting up a service calendar. And the other we had was the haircut. So let's go into the haircut here and we're going to add it to the group calendar hair service. Save, close. And now when we select our group, you'll see hair service. We have 3 calendars inside that group. And look at this. We're going to copy the permalink code. We're going to put this in our URL, which can go into your email. Now we've got our group set up. We've got our categories, and when you click on hair color, this shows you the staff that's available. So these staff, when they have their information in or their image in, this is how it would look for the staff. So they could come in and say, I want to book a hair color. I want to book it with so and so. And now look, we've got hair service, we've got our calendar, and they can select the staff member right here and book that calendar. And that was if you selected for them to be able to choose the specific staff member that they wanted to use. Now, a few things that we can do to make this look a little bit more pretty is going back into each of our individual settings here and setting up the calendar where we add a few more graphics and images. So we have our group. Let's go ahead and hit group. We're going to edit the group. And then right here, when we added in these service details, you can also go down to customization and add a service cover. So we'll go ahead and put in hair extensions. You can do these at the same time. If you go into service detail, this is where you would upload your image. Then we would go to upload the service cover image. Let me go ahead and hit save, and I'll show you what this looks like. Let's go refresh our hair service page, and now you can see the hair extension there. We can do the same thing for the hair color service by selecting edit, going into customization. You could select a different image for either one of these, or you could do the same image. So I'll go ahead and select save. And again, this is for the cover image of the group that we couldn't do earlier because we didn't have a group set up. If you do want to set up your groups and then go back into your calendar, you can easily set these up. We're going to go ahead and select save. Let's refresh our link. And now guess what? We've got our services there and ready to go. So when they select hair color, they would then be be able to select and book with the specific user and again change their mind over here. And now you can easily embed this onto your website and make it look really pretty for your customers to be able to book you based on the service that they want or the service that they need. So we've got our hair color, our hair extension, and our haircut with beautifully crafted images. When they select it, we recommend having your user have their image so that way we'll see who they are booking with. That makes it more personable. Or if you're not showing the option to book with somebody, remember you can do this. And right here, you can see where they can select the specific person. But I want to show you one more thing here in the calendar. Let's go into the hair color right here. We'll go ahead and hit edit and let's look at some advanced settings. So we listed the team members here. In order to set up the users, make sure that they have gone to their personal profile and under staff. All they've got to do is come in here and edit their personal image right here. I'll just put this one in here for fun. We'll just select save and you'll see they've got an image here. Let's go ahead and refresh. And let's say I'm going to go to haircut. That's where you would see the image. So the demo users make it look more personalized when you're adding the demo. Now, one last thing when it comes to setting up your services calendar. One of the things that you're going to want to do is you'll see right here that I selected two service menus, haircut and hair color. And right here, if I were to copy this link on this one and share it, you can also come to this service menu and create your customized service menu by adding a new service. And we could call this hair services. We'll call that hair services menu. Once we set our defaults, we're going to have a direct URL to this. Then we would want to select all for hair services. And then if you want to arrange your services, you can do that too. So if you had multiple services, so this would be our hair services. And what if you had other services like massage services, things like that. So you can really expand the service menu out to really look great. So let's go over here. We've got our service menu. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link and you would be able to use the service menu link as well. So you can use the group link or the service menu link. And if you look right here, I can select book and just book me and be ready to go. This is pretty cool when it comes to services. So is it just me? Do I want to book 2 people? Do I want to book 4 people? You can also add other services like this. So check this out. I've got a service menu URL. I need to get a haircut and a color. So let's go ahead and book the haircut for just me. I can select the staff. Then I can come over here and let's select hair color. And I want to go ahead and book a color as well. So now I have selected a haircut and a color. The total duration is going to be for 1 hour. I can then select next. I can select my specific staff user for my cut or color. I can select confirm. It's going to find the best availability for both of those people that are within that haircut and color. And I will be able to schedule my timing accordingly. I think this is a really great way to be able to set up a service saying at 5:30, here's going to be our cut, and the team knows exactly what's going to happen. So we're going to have it all set up for our haircut and our color on Friday at 5:30. So when you're using the service menu, it allows you to really extend those and upsell and have other services booked as well. So adding that service menu is a great thing to be able to do. Along with the service menu, you can also add rooms and equipment. So if you were doing an appointment and you had a specific room that was rented for a specific capacity, you could do that. Then you could select the calendar for the room, and you can also set specific things if you do equipment. For example, if you're renting out equipment, you would put the name of the piece of equipment, the description, the total quantity. Is it 1, 2, 5 out of service quantities? So let's say you have 5 heaters. And when you only have 5 in stock, you only have 5 available for rental, then you would select that to your rental and then you would hit create. If you have, maybe you're renting out cars or you're renting out boats or you're renting out some type of equipment, you want to make sure you put your total quality and when you are out. Enter the number of units that are currently non-functional in need of repair or service. So right here for equipment rental, you would put the name of the equipment, you would put the total quantity. This would be enter the total number of available equipment units. A great example, let's say you're going to have an event and you're the company renting out things like microphones and PAs and speakers and things like that. This is great for party rentals, other types of rentals where you have so many things in stack. So let's say you've got 5 outdoor heaters and people want to rent your outdoor heaters to put them into their event or wedding or whatever it is that they're doing. You would put your 5 available here. You would select the calendar that you created, which would again be the services and equipment calendar that you set up. And then they could go through all of your rentals and get 2 heaters, 1 heater. One person could come in and get 2 of the heaters. One person could come in and get 1. One person could get the other 3. And then the equipment is out. So if you're doing equipment rentals, using equipment is a great calendar to have, especially when you're adding the total quantity. Now, if you have something that's out of service or not working, but you have a total of 5, you may want to put out here, we've got 1 unit that's not working or that's in repair, so we can't rent that out. So if you had 20 cars that you were renting out or 5 bikes you were renting and one of them was in repair, you would put 1 repair there. Before you can set up your equipment, room, or service, you need to make sure that you set up your calendars as service-related calendars. And that is how you create service-related bookings when you go to create a calendar and select your service calendar. Oh, it looks like we made it.